and many others, we gathered letters of recommendation. We had stopped with our church. My goodness, we know Debbie's influence, gifts, and talents are shared throughout our Presbytery, our Synod, our whole General Assembly, and many of those Presbytery staff members and friends are with us today to help us honor Debbie this day. And so last year, when that APCE committee met and reviewed all those recommendations and letters from lots of other worthy educators, they finally agreed with us that Debbie would be the 2014 Educator of the Year. That took place just a few weeks ago at our annual convention in California, where she was recognized. Now, only a few people got to go to California. The rest of us were back here. So we wanted to have this day to be a time that we all could celebrate and give thanks for Debbie's gifts for us. I'd like Debbie to come forward, and I'd like for Ann Crow, who originated this idea from that Monday night shift group, to come and to make a presentation.
Very special connection to Debbie. Debbie has been a wealth of information, thought-provoking times with us, but at the same time, she's been a very good and grounded listener to us. We have all grown in our faith by our association with Debbie, but as important as her being our mentor to us, it's also very important to be able to call her our new friend. Debbie, it's an honor and a privilege to be able to present to you this scrapbook that is filled with all the letters of recommendation that have been written for you. But as you probably know Debbie, and I know Debbie is probably saying, who are these people writing about? Certainly it can't be me, but the words are true and they're very heartfelt. This is such a
So we are thrilled not only to recognize her as the 2014 Educator she has been our good friend, our mentor in Christian education here at Derry for the past 20 years. Debbie began at Derry in September of 1994. And over those years, as I shared with her earlier, she has been a superb colleague in ministry, and from education to care to mission outreach, you name it. You have led us all in all of those areas. And you've been a good friend to the people of this staff and people of this church. Debbie, thank you for being with us and journeying with us these past 20 years.
From birth, maybe even earlier than that, I'm sure, to be here to receive this honor. I mean, it's one thing to get that kind of honor from your peers. I treasure that, but my goodness, to get this honor from the folks that we do day-to-day ministry with, that's beyond words. I look forward to the ministry that we have yet to do, and I invite you to join in that whichever way you would like to do it, and we'll see what God has in store for us for the future. It's been fun. It's been quick. It's been a very wonderful blessing to me. So thank you all so much for this wonderful gift. Thank you.
We mentioned at the early service, and I think also at this service, that we had a string of gifts we wanted to present Debbie, and we aren't quite done yet. Those were wonderful. Ideas just popped up all around. But I want to thank you for the particular insight you gave me about a potential gift last fall when you started talking about that summer trip overseas with the members of Nassau Presbyterian Church. So we session approved a challenge to this congregation to make a gift so you don't have to use your continuing education funds to pay for that trip overseas. And Debbie, let me tell you, typical of Derry Church, they went way over the amount of that trip. So a little gift would be nice, Debbie. You should have a wonderful time, and just a token of that trip and lots of other things you might be able to do while you're on it from the members of this congregation. It's been a moving target. I mean, this gift right now, I know where it sits, but we keep having some checks roll in. So you may have another check before long. But this is substantial, and we hope you have a wonderful time on behalf of